Hey y'all, is everybody still doing okay after Ice Storm Fern 2026? What a way to start the year. I know I'm not supposed to question you, dear Lord, but we thank you for helping us make it through it. We survived. We're recovering. Everybody in our area and surrounding areas are all hooked back up. Power, water, everyone's doing fine. Recovering financially because y'all, you gotta learn to survive in these things. And money that you may have put back financially to help pay your bills and stuff like that, when they come due, you might have had to get into that little stash. And in order to survive, like extra gas, extra heaters, extra kerosene, extra batteries, extra this, extra that. And yeah, everybody's recovering from the loss of power and the loss of water, and now trying to recover financially. I hear you. I get it. Everybody is. I hope and pray that everybody is doing fine. It's been a few weeks. Everybody in our area is doing fine. Thank goodness our son finally got to get some rest. These guys, y'all, were just looking pitiful. Anytime I got to see my son, he was just like looking so run down. So run down. Somewhere in the community, they did like one of the senators did a county-wide or something like appreciation day for all the utility workers and things, and for the companies that come to help, and had a big get-together and a big luncheon or dinner or something, just inviting everyone, you know, all the workers and stuff and their families and stuff. That first day he got to stay home, I texted my daughter-in-law and I said, take care of my son. Spoil him rotten all weekend. Let him sleep in, you know, whatever it takes. Make him the biggest meal, whatever. Everybody's recovering, and I hope and pray that every one of you recovers very good, and I hope and pray that everybody's doing good. However, the bad part, it's okay. It's not bad for any of y'all. Work has called, and here we are on the road. And why are those light poles leaning? Or is it just me? That's the light poles. They're all leaning. Oh, that one's really leaning. I'm sorry, y'all. I get distracted. I'm like a squirrel. Okay, I'm sorry. But these light poles are leaning. Okay, anyway. They need a little work. Ooh, anyway, we are headed out on another work trip, which that means is kind of good for y'all, because if I go somewhere anytime, somewhere educational or something like that, I'll take y'all along with me, let you see that. I like doing those little things. Y'all remember when we were in Louisiana and I came across the alligator in the pond? I will never forget that. And my little next door neighbor, she still laughs about that. Hi, Lisa. She still laughs about that. I'm so glad you find that hysterical. Okay. Anyway, I try to bring y'all along on some little trips and stuff. I don't know what a lot there is to do in Vicksburg. I may find something, but I have some things to do when I'm in Vicksburg, because Vicksburg is a sewing place for me. There are 2 sewing places that plus a Hobby Lobby, that I visit very frequently. You see the dollar signs? No, not really. But I love to go to and visit, especially the 2 shops that I love to go to, because every once in a while, if I'm having a problem with a project, that's a lot of P's. Oh, don't say that word. No, because then we're going to have to stop. Okay, get that out of my mind. Get that out of my mind. Anytime I'm working on a project, if I come across a problem, I can take my pattern and my material or my machine or something and say, can you show me? And they're good customer service. And and you can sign up for some classes. Every month they will post their classes on there, and I can sign up for something. And then there's another shop that they do a lot of the heirloom sewing. If you don't know what heirloom sewing is, do you think about the little dresses that has the smocking up here? It looks like it's very tightly gathered, and then it has like little embroidery designs and little girls' smocks and dresses and stuff like that. They do that. They do, you see like a lot of the, what's it called, christening gowns and things like that. The heirloom sewing, okay? They can instruct people on how to do that. And I think last time I was there, they did a few classes. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out on this trip. And when I go to these places on this day, I will, walk you around in the store and stuff like that if they let me. Now, I will ask for permission, but if you don't see that video, you'll know they said no. They would rather not, but I don't think they'd have a problem with it because they would love the advertisement. But it's two shops that I love to go to, and I'm going to find out what classes they have coming up. But also when we're on work trips, y'all know there's going to be some air fryer, instant pot cooking, microwave cooking, because where we're going at this hotel, well, I'm going to tell you this. We had a little incident with the hotel we were going to be staying in. We will not be staying there anymore because they kind of just messed themselves up. We've always stayed at this hotel because it has a small kitchenette in it, which means it has a 2-eye burner and it has a big refrigerator, sink, everything, dishes and stuff in there. We stay there every year. Not today, not this trip. They just lost us and about 7 other co-workers because we recommended them to co-workers. We had our reservations way back in September of last year. And when the ice storm came, we had to, they delayed the job for about a week. So that means everybody was like changing their reservations. This is what they did to 7 people that were coming, 7 rooms for 40 days. They lost a lot of money. Sorry, I'm kind of like running off the road here. For this outage. Instead of like just changing our dates and honoring our locked in price that we already had, they were like canceling those reservations, changing the dates like a new reservation, and upping the price by $100 a night because they know it's that time of the year people are coming in from out of state for this outage. That's what they do. So, honey, if you don't think I didn't send some emails and I didn't do some shouting, glory, hallelujah, yes I did. I was nice. I said, well, you just screwed yourself out of thousands of dollars because we're taking all of our co-workers with us to a different hotel. Now, does it have all the luxuries of this one? No. I don't mind. But it's what you get, Karen. Okay. They just messed that up. I'm telling you, they just messed that up. So, it's a little bit further out of town. Not out of town, but it's like on the other side. We don't mind. It doesn't have all the luxuries of this one. We're not going to have a kitchenette. I don't mind. I've done without before. I've done with smaller before. I sure have. So, there's going to be a lot of Instant Pot, air fryer meals coming. And if any of y'all know of college students or people who are like small spaces, RVs, truck drivers. Y'all, some truck drivers have gotten very creative on creating meals on the go. They have like the little mini crock pots that have the plug-ins that can go in all their contraptions they have on their dashboards and stuff. I don't know. Truck drivers are getting very creative. And if they have wives who can and preserve, y'all, these wives are hooking them up with some meals in a jar and meals like that, freezer meals, putting them in Ziploc bags and then putting them in a cooler. All these guys have got to do is either open up a jar or break open a bag, put it in that little crock pot, let it be over there simmering while they're driving down the road, doing this on our roads. But they got it going on in them semi-trucks. RV camping, tent camping, whatever. Y'all, I grew up camping, whether I slept in a tent or we traveled with our camper. I grew up camping, so that's nothing new to me. One time with dear hubby's job, when we homeschooled, before we homeschooled the first 6 years of our kids' education from kindergarten through the 6th grade, the first year we traveled, we packed up a fifth-wheel camper and we went across country. I had that baby loaded down. But we did some cooking in there, and I am no stranger to cooking in an RV or nothing like that. Now, do I know how to cook over an open fire? Not really. But that might have to be one of these things we learn if we ever have another ice storm like this again. Shut my mouth. Anyway, it's small space cooking, RV, semi, tent, college kids. If you know of any college kids that are in college, and y'all hook them up with maybe like a little electric skillet or a little hot plate, a few little dishes, where they can do like some little one-pot meals, microwave, instant pot, air fryer. Y'all direct them to my travel hotel cooking playlist, 4D Farms travel hotel cooking or hotel/travel cooking. Y'all, that playlist is just where I put all of my videos where I use nothing but a hotel microwave, a little skillet, electric skillet, air fryer, and instant pot. That's all I got. Now, some places we go, they might have the little burners and things like that, but you can use a hot plate for that. These kids have got to learn how to cook for themselves, y'all. They can't keep running home to mama all the time. Now, that's fine if you want to do that, but you got to start teaching your kids some independence and teaching them how to cook for themselves for when they move out of mom and daddy's house and they get a house of their own, they get married, or they get roommates. Somebody's got to do some cooking. They can't go out to eat all the time on a student loan budget. Teach these kids how to cook. I have a lot of meals that I cook in an air fryer and an instant pot that's doggone nutritious and yummy, and it will fill them up. Okay, send them over to that playlist and I will tag it in the description box below, and it'll be in an end card somewhere on the end of the screen when the video is over, about the last 10 seconds of the video. I'll put that playlist on here. Direct them to that. All right, this is like January, the middle of January, end of January, almost February. Yes, February. What's going to be coming this year? I am doing a running video of this year, something we're going to be doing different in our garden. It will be in a completely different video, and it's going to be a running video. My goal for 2026 is to make a major change in my garden. Major change. Me and my husband are not getting any younger. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to give you a little, that's your little hint. You might can figure it out and you might not. If you've got it figured out already, go ahead and put it down in the comments below what kind of change you think we're making in our garden this year. And I've also made the decision this year, since we are making a major change, it's going to take us all summer to do this, but we've got to put the garden to bed for at least 1 year and let it rest. My garden's been going strong and I have not given it a rest. Every 7 years, you're supposed to give your garden a rest. Mine's been going strong ever since we've been there. It has not had a chance to rest. It needs some rest to build up more nutrients, better soil, things like that, conditioning. I've made the decision this year for a lot of two main reasons why we're letting the garden rest this year. For number one, I don't have any more space. My freezer's full. I'm happy. And my pantry's full. I'm happy. We have enough. And dear hubby's like, you know, we don't have any room. We need to eat all this stuff out first before we start putting fresh back in here, or you're going to have to go through and rotate everything. I see you. I hear you, honey. I see. He's in front of me. I hear you. I see you. I get your point. Yes, we do need to do that. And then start over fresh. And that's what we're going to do. So that's one reason. Number two, we're making a totally different change this year that's going to make things easier on me and dear hubby and better, and it's going to be a permanent solution. That's all I'm going to say. But that's going to be a whole different video, and that video will not come out until we are completely done with it. And then we'll let you see what it looks like. But the running video is going to be from start to finish, the before, the during, and the final result. That's all going to be in one video. Stay green, stay green. That's going to all be in one video. So that way we can educate people on how we did things, changes that we made, let you see those changes. It might be a change you might be interested in. It may not. You may come up with something just a little bit different or a little bit better for your garden. And then the final result, let you see what it looks like and what all we got accomplished. 2027, we will get back to planting things and gardening. I'm giving it a rest this year. But the time that we are letting it rest and we are taking to not grow anything this year is for that purpose. It's got to be totally redone. Now, if I do need to grow something, maybe like a little cherry tomato plant so the granddaughters can have some little snacky tomatoes, or maybe one San Marzano tomato plant, for some fresh sandwiches and pizzas or roasting, and maybe one or two Marconi pepper plants, because I really need to restock my peppers. We're really getting low of peppers. If I do grow anything, I will probably just grow them in some containers or buckets, and we're going to be fine. But the garden is being put to rest this year. But I am also going to be taking time this summer to restock some things that I need to put in there. We just ate our last jar of pineapples that I had canned. Yes, we love canned pineapples, and I do my own. I catch them pineapples when they go on sale. I gotta change lanes. Hold on. Stay green, stay green, stay green. Stay green. I can pineapples every time they go on sale for like 98 cents a pineapple. Girl, I will go snatch me up a bunch, and I will can those babies up, and then I will extract the extra juice out of them and have pineapple juice on hand that I like to mix in teas or make a syrup out of for some pancakes. I could probably use it to make some jelly with, pear jelly. Ooh, there's an idea. Oh, why didn't I think of that before? Anyway, I just gave myself an idea. And I need to restock on some pickled eggs. Granddaughters love those pickled eggs because they have learned how to get in there and just eat a pickled egg for a snack, turn it into egg salad, or turn it into a deviled egg, or turn it into an egg salad sandwich. They can do that. And it's a healthy snack too, by the way. I don't mind them raiding the refrigerator for them healthy snacks. And we are out of pickled vegetables. They love my pickled vegetables. So I still have some more Mrs. Wages seasoning packets left, and I'm going to use all those up this year. I buy those by the case. And then use all those up and make them some pickled vegetables. They like cauliflower, carrots, celery, radishes. I can put some peppers in one batch, but one granddaughter doesn't like it when I put the peppers in there with the pickled flavor because it changes the flavor. I'll just leave the peppers out. So they like those that medley fixed together and pickled, and that's like a side that I can open up, y'all. I can compromise on their meals with chicken nuggets as long as they put something good with it. I can pop open a jar of green beans with some chicken nuggets or chicken strips and open up a jar of those pickled vegetables, and there you go. I've got a healthy meal for kids on the table, and it's quick. So that's about all I'm going to be doing this summer. But right now we're driving. We're on a work trip. I'm keeping on his tail end right here. And if I see somewhere that I can go in Vicksburg, maybe historically, I know what I might can do. When my mama was a little girl, I didn't know this till one time we were in Vicksburg. There down by the river, there's a church back up on a couple of the hills, or back up on some of them streets. I did not know that my papa used to preach there. Yes, we call them Mama and Papa here in the South, okay? And it ain't spelled M-A-W or P-A-W. It's M-A-M-A and P-A-P-A. That's how my grandparents spelled Mama and Papa. They dropped the W. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. Anyway, my papa used to pastor a church in Vicksburg, Mississippi. I didn't know that until just a few years ago when we were in Vicksburg. The old cobble streets right there on the river. If any of y'all been to Vicksburg, let me know. But those old cobble streets, and you drive on it, it'll rattle your teeth when you drive on it. Anyway, did y'all like those sound effects? Anyway, he used to pastor a church there in Vicksburg, Mississippi. If my mama can remember the name of it, I may actually visit that church sometime, and just so I can say, hey, I've been where my papa preached or used to preach. So yeah, I can do that one time. I also Monroe, Louisiana is very close. And did I do a video on when I went to Duck Commander, you know, where all the Robertsons are? This was when Phil Robertson was still alive. I made a trip to West Monroe, Louisiana. It's only 45 minutes across the state line, and I visited Duck Commander in West Monroe, Louisiana. I didn't get to meet any of the Robertsons. Nobody was there that day. Dang nabbit. I was hoping I'd get to run into somebody while I was there. And then, what else? I went and visited their church where all of them go to church at. I didn't go back that Sunday morning for church, but one Sunday morning I may make it a point to pop up in that church where all the Robertsons go, right there in West Monroe, Louisiana. I love filling them story, and Miss Kay, I have all of her cookbooks, and I have just about every one of them's books that they've done books on their own. Almost all of Phil's books, Miss Kay's book, all of their kids' books, daughter-in-laws. I just about have all of their books. I don't think I have John Luke's book yet. I've got all of Sadie's books. Yes, we like that. We used to watch Duck Dynasty all the time. Do y'all remember that show? That was fun, and it was very educational, but it was like family. The whole family could sit and watch it. You didn't have to worry about plugging their ears up or seeing something inappropriate. We watched it all the time. Years ago, when our oldest kid was in high school, Jace actually came to the next county over's high school to do a whatever they do, and I took my kids to see him. He gave a lot of good advice that night to teenage kids, and I'm like, yes, it was meant for me to bring them because they learned a lot of things. And he was very good. I have pictures of that. And if I find anything else educational in Vicksburg, I'll try to take you. I'm not sure what I was around. No, I'm not going to the casino. Nope, not going to the casino. I don't do that. But just know that I'll be bringing you some air fryer and Instapot meals. And I will be sewing. I'll see if I can maybe show you around in some of their things and maybe meet some nice people. If they don't let me video, I will ask permission to at least maybe take some pictures, and I can still do a slideshow. Let's see what else. So yeah, mostly cooking and sewing on this trip for me. So, because this is one of my sewing places. I love to sew in Vicksburg. So yeah, I'll be bringing you some meals. And like I said, if y'all think you know of any kind of change that I am making this year in my garden, put it in the comments below and we'll see who gets it right. But I'm not telling all of it. That's going to be a whole separate video, and I'm going to take you from the whole process so we can educate people, and it might be something you might be interested in. So y'all just stay tuned. We got about
half a mile, use the right lane to take the US 82 West ramp.
Okay, thank you. I'll be bringing y'all some more meals and things like that, and we'll get this new year started. I gotta take this exit, stay on Dear Hubby's bumper. I'm kissing his bumper. I'm like, don't you lose me.
Use the right lane to take the US 82 West ramp.
Are you done?
Continue on US 82 West for 12 miles.
Thank you. It may be time for a potty break. And Dear Hubby's like, are you good? Do you need something to eat? My husband should know I'm the snack queen when taking a trip. I'm good, darling. He's like, you can't go anywhere for an hour without grabbing some snacks, or I have to stop and buy you a snack. Well, yes. Look. That bag's gone. I done ate a little bag. I'm working on my Mountain Dew here because I didn't get to have my coffee this morning. I need caffeine. Okay? And yeah, I'm good on snacks. Got my trail mix over here. I got a daughter-in-law that's just like me. If we're going on a little day trip somewhere, or we are going on a road trip, I got snacks. She's got snacks. We got snacks. We're good. I'm going to enjoy my little snackies here, and I will see y'all in the next video.